I believe all the men who are creating content to help men, I love it. I love it. I love every single thing. All I'm asking for is once we know about the problems of women today, which we do.
They can go to a different channel.
They
can go to a different
channel. No, you can't fucking finish because you keep trying to pigeonhole her. You keep trying to pigeonhole her, bruh. Like you lost the argument, fam. She does not give advice. If you want advice, go to another fucking channel. That's what she's saying.
Can I finish, please?
Maybe.
Okay. So
since you said please.
Thank you so much. You're so kind to me. So to me, all I'm saying is that I just asked you that question as an individual. It's nothing to do with your channel. I was genuinely curious your position if you were to give someone advice. One of the biggest things that I do is I want to give men the best solutions to be successful. And what I find in finance advice, right? If someone's having a channel to help people financially, right? You have to give them some pieces of advice of here are best practices to do to be able to optimize your finance.
Yeah, fake laugh. I picked up on that too. He keeps trying to go back to you should do it this way. He keeps going back to this. If people point out financial stuff, they offer solutions. That's not what Pearl does. He keeps trying to apply what he is trying to apply here. He is applying the black pill standard to what Pearl does. The black pill channels do nothing but complain and not offer solutions. That's what they do. That's what they do. Dude, MGTOW Dictionary, whatever black pill channels. All they do is talk a bunch of shit. All they do is talk a bunch of shit about women, talk a bunch of shit about, grifters of the manosphere and this and that and the third. That's what he thinks. He's trying to put her in that group. That's not who she is.
So one of the biggest things is that when it comes to the fatherhood question, I'm just very curious from a red pill perspective. For a majority of men who want to have children, what are you telling those individuals to do? And if there's no advice, then are they just lost?
Do you think that men should listen to a woman more or a man when it comes to advice?
100,000% a man.
Okay.
I agree.
I'm not talking.
Oh no! Oh my God! Yo! Holy shit! What just happened? What just happened in the fight is the two fighters are in the middle of the ring, right? The action's a little low. They may be a little bit tired. Pearl feints a jab. Hafeez takes the bait, comes right over the top with that left. Boom! Oh shit! Out of nowhere. Oh shit! Out of nowhere. She asked him, do you think men should take advice from men? Yes, I agree. So what the fuck are we talking about, Hafeez? You keep trying to put her, Hafeez is talking to the wrong person. What are we doing?
So I'm asking
even
you a
personally,
question.
I'm saying even in a personal situation,
Good.
I agree. I think men should advise other men.
Thank you.
So I'm saying this question's kind of pointless.
Yeah.
Got it.
Because even in personal, I just think men teach men better.
Okay. So
if I can answer,
Yeah.
I feel like you do have an answer, and I feel like your answer is very simple. I think it's buyer beware. Just beware of what's going to happen. You don't have to be an advice person to be like, look, before you get married, just buyer beware.
Well, that's kind of what she does. That's kind of what she does. She does that. She does that, of course, too. She does that with her content. I think that's implied.
I think that's something that you would abide by. I do want to give you credit on one thing, because when she asked the question, if you were going to get into business with somebody and you're going to sign a contract, but then your business partner can basically screw you over and take your business, would you sign that contract? You're like, hell no, I wouldn't sign that contract. I was like, oh, damn, Hafeez, what's up? She got you, right? But then I think the point you made was actually very astute. You said, hey, listen, you don't have to get married to have a kid. You could knock up the girl on the street. It can be your baby mama. It could be a girlfriend. There's a million different things. And the reality is men are having kids.
Yes, men are having kids. But again, people get married because they want to have children, especially in this day and age. Ain't nobody getting married if they don't want to have kids. Women use marriage as an in to get the kid from you. That's what they do. Half of these Instagram hoes know that these NBA niggas would never, ever marry them. So what do? They try to have their kids. That's what they do. Anthony Richardson says, grand opening, grand closing with the $5 super chat. Appreciate that. Lele Zero, member for 13 months, says, will there be a trilogy, Pearl versus Hafiz 3? No. If the only time there's a trilogy in boxing or MMA is if both of the fights is if one fighter wins one fight, the other fighter wins the other fight, then you go to a trilogy. Or if it was a close if it was a close match in either way, no. That trilogy is not happening. Arturo Gatti versus Mickey Ward, that was a trilogy. Mickey Ward won the first fight, Arturo Gatti won the second fight. He then turned around and won the third fight. Okay? Manny Pacquiao versus Eric Morales. Same deal. Pacquiao won the first fight. Morales won the last two. Bo Holyfield. Evander Holyfield won the first fight. I think he lost the second and third fight. No, man. No. There absolutely will not be a trilogy. No way. If I'm the referee, nope, that's it. That's it. If I'm Mills Lane, shout out to him. If I'm Mills Lane, I'm stopping the fight. The fighter can no longer defend himself. He's bleeding profusely. Call in the doctor. That's it.
So whatever the red pill teaches you, whatever anybody teaches you, there's no way to prevent the crazy girl that you knocked up from doing something to take your kid away, aka your asset.
Yeah.
So I guess what is your advice? Because Pearl's not going to answer this. That's fine.
100%.
And I respect the fact that she's like, I'm not a dude, I can't answer it.
Yes.
So I don't want to belabor the point. You
Thank
want
you.
to have kids one day?
Of course.
Okay. So what advice would you give men?
So what's really interesting about this conversation is one of the things is I'm always trying to give men an opinion. A lot of this
Just answer the question, Hafiz. Like, what are we doing? Do we have to filibuster every time? Come on. What advice would you give men?
advice we give behind the scenes, I'm going to give one piece of advice, but I don't give all the advice. I don't want anyone watching it and changing some of the laws. So when you really
Gotta be fucking kidding me. Hafiz, like you're not that important. He thinks somebody watching this might go and change the law because of something he suggested. So let me get this straight. Your solutions are so life-changing that if a lawman or a congressman were to ever get wind of it, the laws might get changed. Hafiz, come on, man. Just say you don't know, bruh. Just say you don't know. Hafiz ain't giving solutions. All Hafiz talks about, Hafiz doesn't talk about solutions. All he does is talk shit about red pill guys. Kevin Samuels is not red pill. Yes, he was. Alpha male strategies has changed. No, he hasn't. Fuck out of here.
study custody laws, and I've been studying recently, when do men get custody? One of the primary reasons why women win custody battles is because women spend more time with the child when it's younger. So what the divorce from my
because a
study,
lot of times you have to breastfeed. That's just
so. What the judge is going to do is the judge wants to continue to stop the child's standard of living, right? So the judge wants to ensure that the child's his living is not disrupted very much. So if the child is spending 90% of the time, hypothetically speaking, with the mom because dad is going to work and she's taking care of it, taking it to the hospital, different things like that, they're going to award it. So
What in the fuck is he talking about? He is telling us that judges award custody to the mother 90% of the time because the mother simply spends more time with the kid. Is this nigga serious? Is this nigga serious for real with this? Oh my God, dude, he's talking about things that he knows nothing about. He's talking about things that he knows nothing about. He doesn't know what the fuck judges think. Judges aren't awarding custody to the mother because they breastfeed. No.
things that I've noticed when a lot of my friends who've actually received custody, one of the things that they did is that they've made sure that they spend equal amount of time with the child as much as possible during infancy. So there's a lot of small things you can do.
Oh, I get it. So spend more time with the kid during infancy, and that will prevent a woman from divorce e-parring you and taking your kid. Got it.
If knowing all your child's doctors, go as best as possible, being able to go to the doctor's visits. 2, late at night when a child is up, you take care of the child as well. So and then the third thing, which is the most important thing,
Basically being a good father, right? Being a good father, right?
is to be able to have that child be very accustomed to your family. So instead of,
This is
the
all-
child, her mom babysitting, if your family is babysitting, if the child is always around your family and the natural and the most consistent environment the child is being around is your personal
This is
family, it's
ridiculous.
very hard for you to have zero custody. And so
This dude. So what Hafiz is saying is be a good father, and the judge will give you joint custody. No, that's not what happens, Hafiz. That's not, like, what is he talking about? What is he talking about? Just be a better father, and the judge will look upon you favorably. No. Yeah, Sean Moore says he's just pulling stuff out of his, like, listen, like, dude, he's just talking to be talking. These are his solutions? Be a good father? No, man. Good fathers get their kids taken from them all the time. And the fact that they're given to the mother 90% of the time, does that mean that 90% of men are bad fathers? Fuck out of here. Yeah, the Level Up Man says he thinks the world operates on how it should be. Right.